Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be my April wrap up. So in the month of April I read 7 books, which is pretty on track for me this year so far, so that's exciting. But this wrap up is not going to be as exciting because 5 of them were from a series and 2 of them are from another series. So we'll start with the first 2. I read The Hidden Kingdom and The Dark Secret, both by Sutherland, and these are the 3rd and 4th books in the Wings of Fire graphic novel series. I have become totally in love with this series this year. I read the first one back in like October, no, it was probably like August of 2021. And I've read the 2nd, 3rd, and the 4th one now all this year. And it's so good. They're so, like, they're kind of dark for kids' books. The series is about these 5 dragonettes who were prophesized to in the war on dragons. So there are different types of dragons, and there has been this ongoing war between all the different tribes. So these 5 dragons are prophesized to end it. They were raised in kind of seclusion by these other dragons, and then they kind of escaped and are now out in the real world. And so each book has been about one specific dragon from like each of the kinds, one of the dragonettes, and kind of just trying to find their families and basically how to end the war on dragons. And it's been really good. I think my favorite one so far has been The Hidden Kingdom. I really, really, really liked that specific storyline, and I really liked the dragon that one was about. So I highly recommend these. I think they're technically children's goods. They're not children's reads. They're not quite middle grade. They're a little below that, but they're so good. Now, the next series, I gave The Hidden Kingdom 5 stars and The Dark Secret 4 stars. They're both really, really good, but The Hidden Kingdom is so far the best one. And the next 5 that I read were literally all of these. So let me pull them out. Oh, these are so little. Okay. So I read the first 5 books of the Throne of Glass series, and that's actually the first 4, including the prequel. So we'll just go through these because they're fun, and I'll go through them in order that I read. I'm probably going to do an entire review on the whole series when I finish the series, which will be this month. So right now I'm just going to kind of go through these quickly. Obviously I read Throne of Glass first. I also really started to tab all my books, so you can see all these tabs here. This one was really, really good. I enjoyed it a lot. It was a little bit slow. The ending kind of picked up a little bit and was pretty exciting, but I really like Selena. And this was, I gave this one 4 stars. Then I read book 2, which is Crown of Midnight. I actually enjoyed this one a pretty decent amount, actually, and I think a lot of people don't. It was rather slow, and then the end kind of picked up a little bit, but it was still really good. I don't love Kale. The ending of this one, fantastic though, really good. It was just really slow, so another 4 star. And then after that one is when I read the prequel, and I'm really, really glad that I did. This one is so good. It's just made up of 5 novellas and kind of talks about Selena's life as an assassin before... Sorry, I didn't even tell you what Throne of Glass is about. My bad. Throne of Glass is a fantasy series by Sarah J. Maas, and it's about this main character named Selena Sardathian, and she is an assassin. So when Throne of Glass starts up, she is actually in this slave camp called Endovier, and the prince and the royal captain of the royal guard come and take her to be the king's champion. The king is having this contest and is having all of these like assassins and criminals and stuff come to be his champion. So they choose Selena, bring her to the castle, and it's where she goes through these challenges and tests to become the king's champion. So that is essentially what that's about. She was an oh my gosh, she was an assassin growing up. Her parents were killed. She was found by this master assassin who then trained her, and she trained as an assassin for 10 years of her life. So that is the main storyline of Throne of Glass. This one is a prequel, and it just talks about little things that she did as an assassin before the events of Throne of Glass, and there's like 5 different places that she goes to. They're all really, really, really good, and I enjoyed this one a lot. I still think I gave this one 4 stars. So next, I went into the book 3, and I know a lot of people say there's a lot of different ways to read the series. You can do 1, 2, 3 prequel, read all of them, then do the prequel, read the prequel, then do all of them, whatever. I did it, I'm gonna sneeze, hang on. I did it 1, 2, prequel, 3, and this guy is a little chunkier, and I'm so glad that I did it that way, because I think if I would have read this one and got to the ending of this one and then had to go back to the prequel, I would not have liked it as much. So, or it would have been harder to get through. So I'm glad I read it this way. This one was really, 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 really good. Again, still kind of slow in the start. This is where we meet Rowan. It was also really good for character building of Selena, I think. So I really, really liked this one. Also, the introduction of Manon, I really enjoyed. This one is definitely has a different feel than the first 2. And I like that. I like the different feel. So moving on. And then after that, the last book that I read in April was this bad boy, this thick boy. And this was Queen of Shadows. Did I say I gave Heir of Fire 5? Because I gave that 5 stars. That was the first 5 stars of the series. And I gave this one 5 stars because holy crap, this was the best one of the series so far, for sure. Manon's storyline in this one, so good. Kale royally ticked me off in this one. New characters were introduced again. Like, it's just really good. This just keeps developing and just keeps getting better. Again, this one was really slow to start, but towards the end, it picks up and stuff goes crazy, and it ended really, really well. So far, this is my favorite. So those were the books that I read in April. I read a lot of pages, but I'm currently I'm tandem reading books 5 and 6. So we'll see how that goes. It's been interesting. So far, my thoughts on this, I don't love it as much as ACOTAR or Crescent City, but I think they are getting there. They're really, really good. I've been trying to stay away from spoilers. I do know a couple things, but for the most part, I'm really trying to stay away from spoilers, and it's been hard. But I'm reading the 5th and 6th one right now, and then I will be reading the 7th one this month and finishing that series out. And I cannot wait to sit down and just have a talk about Sarah J. Maas books. I plan on making a whole video on Sarah J. Maas books as a whole for the month of May, because I haven't been doing like TBRs for a while now because I've been moody about reading. And for the month of May, I am going to finish Throne of Glass, and I'm also currently listening to I've also been listening to an audiobook, which is weird because I've never listened to an audiobook, so this is a first for me. And I'm listening to The Selection by Kyra Cross. I think that's who that is. And it's actually pretty good so far. I'm only on to like chapter 5, but I'm enjoying it, and it's just something to listen to. And since we will be moving, I will probably be listening to more audiobooks, so I have time to read. And then I'm going to do a reread of ACOTAR, because TikTok and even Throne of Glass, like, it's just making me want to reread ACOTAR so bad. Like, it's just like a comfort read, and I just want to read it. And also, May tends to be my slumpy, like the start of my slump reading, and I need to read something that is going to catch my attention and like make me happy. So I have so many books that I still want to read. I do plan on reading some of my like book of the month books if I can get to them, maybe in between. So many books, so little time. It's frustrating. But I'm done with school. I turned in my last assignment today, which is May 3rd. And now I have until June 13th until I start my job in Omaha. So hopefully I can get a lot of reading done in that time, but also we're trying to move, so I'll probably be starting to pack stuff up, which is not fun, but it's fine. That is this video. Let me know how many books you guys read in April and what your favorite book was. If you want to follow me on any other social medias, I'm on Instagram, Goodreads, and TikTok. I haven't posted on there in a while. They'll all be linked down below. And I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!